Welcome everyone to another episode of the Stretford End. And I welcome you all back after a very, very long time. And I do have to, first of all, apologize for the time that we have been missing. A lot of things has happened in a short span of time, and we needed to do some things behind the scenes. And definitely, the channel will grow because of that, and we will definitely be moving on to new heights because of it. But without further ado, let's get into today's program. So, first of all, we are going to speak about the post match analysis of the game against Brighton. So, Brighton. What a bogey team they have become for us over the past few seasons. And whether home or away, they've always tend to have to bring out the best in us, and we tend to have to play, you know, a very, very scrappy game at times. I mean, our previous game against them, we scored a goal in the dying minutes, to win the game. So that seems like something that Brighton wants to do. They tend to frustrate us, and they have done it again. And we saw that, we conceded first. Yet again, we had to come from behind to win. And that was something that we tend to do easily. Therefore, we didn't panic. As always said, we don't panic. We are used to coming from behind, but we don't want that. We want to be on the front foot. We started well in the first 10 minutes, but we seemed to look disjointed after that. And as soon as, Danny Welbeck scored, yes, oh, Danny boy, Danny Welbeck, once again, proves that he probably should have still been at United. Rio Ferdinand, Ole, they've all said that he's a player that could have been at United, and he could have been, a squad player for us, in a time where we need strikers. He could have definitely been an answer for us, but things happen and times change. But kudos to him for scoring, but Dean Henderson definitely had to do better. But it all happened so fast, and, we looked very off in that particular moment. But good character from the boys shown for us to come back again. The first half was a very, very abysmal performance. It wasn't something that we needed and something that we had to have. It's something that surely should become more stronger for us. We definitely need to start games quicker. We definitely need to move forward quicker. Our passing needs to be much quicker. We cannot pass as slow as we do in the first half. That definitely doesn't help us. And kudos to people like Rashford, who played with an injury and once again, stepped up when needed to. One chance, one goal, and that was it. And that is something that we need. Great vision by Bruno once again, showing that he drew the defender in, who was Ben White, and all he did was simply touch it to Rashford, in a clean pass, and all that she had to do was one touch into the bottom of the corner, simple finish. And also for Greenwood, scoring a header. It was said as of late that Cavani has taken Greenwood under his wing, and he has trained him in the art of being a fox in the box, and also making sure that he basically gets the necessary striking wisdom he needs, because we do see that Rashford will be on the left for us for the future, but Greenwood will be a number 9 for us in the future. So as time goes on, he will surely but progressively grow into that number 9 role that he needs. So Brighton was a tough game. Definitely we got the job done, even though it was in a dirty manner. It wasn't the cleanest game. It wasn't the best of games from us. So good thing that the boys has got a character to come from behind. But we definitely need to start games better and start to dominate games from the beginning. A small change in the goal also. We clearly see now that Dean Henderson is our number 1. We have to put it out there. He has started 7 games in a row now, and David De Gea has been on the bench for the past 3. And that shows a slight change in guard at the back. Therefore, we see now that Henderson is the number 1 up until further notice. But again, 3 points, definitely what we needed. Second place is now consolidated. I don't think we will drop off out of the top 4, let alone lose second place. I think we'll be able to keep that, and definitely we can try and push on from here. Second place is definitely not enough. It's not where we want to be at the end of any season in the league. We want to win the league. We want to get there, but this is definitely progress shown, and Ole has done well to get us here amidst this crazy and confusing season that it has been. So that is it for the analysis from Brighton. But for now, I want to move us on to our next game, which is in the Europa League against Granada CF. So yet again, we play another Spanish team in the quarterfinal of the Europa League, and it being Granada. And yes, this might be a team to some of you guys that you don't know because we barely watch La Liga anyway. I mean, it's only three teams that ever, compete in that league. But just a bit of background information on Granada and how they have done thus far this season, and exactly what type of opposition they would be for us. We of course know that they are a Spanish team and they will try and have possession of the ball, which is something that we are used to. We are good at playing on the counter attack, so we definitely won't have any challenges, with regards to playing off the ball and definitely countering whatever they might throw at us. Their last three games, or all three losses, it being 2-1 against Molde, then 2-1 against Valencia, and then a 3-0 loss against Villarreal. And of course, the game against Molde was in the Europa League, that being previously, but they still went through on the away goal rule. Um, Ironically enough, their last win was 1-0 against Real Sociedad. So that kind of shows exactly how the Spanish league is, that even though a team that is got a more prominent name within the country tends to not be the most highest performing team within the country. And they are currently ninth place in the Liga table, so they're not far off, those Champions League and Europa League places. So they are definitely still in contention within their domestic league to find a European place at the end of the season. Um, the best players that they have at their team are the players such as Jorge Molina, who's their top goal scorer with 11 goals. And of course, for those who remember Roberto Soldado, who played in the Premier League for Tottenham, yes, under Harry Redknapp, he is also just underneath that with 10 goals. And definitely we know that they are the two players that could, cause a problem for us, but we should be able to handle it and should be able to do well with regards to what Granada might throw at us. So we definitely do have to look at exactly how Granada might, come at us. We definitely know that we can, sustain pressure and we can absorb it and then hit them quickly on the counter attack. But it is definitely something we have to look out for. We definitely don't want to be complacent. We don't want to, come into the game and thinking that we already won, or try and perhaps move the game to Old Trafford, in the second leg. We definitely need to, in the first leg, definitely push on and ensure that we can definitely, get those goals and just go for the win. Secure the game in the first leg. So if we know in the second leg we can perhaps maybe rest a few players, and focus on, the league and try and consolidating our place there, because we do have some tough games coming up, and those games we definitely need to be hyped up for and prepared for. So, in terms of a prediction, I'm not going to give a score prediction, but I definitely will get into my predicted starting 11 for our game.
So we've had this debate about who's going to be in goal, and I feel that because we've seen Henderson so long in goal, I don't think he would be dropped for this particular quarterfinal. I think that Ollie needs to stick to Henderson because in previous um, latter stages of competitions, he's put in the gear into the game itself, and then we haven't really been confident at the back. So I think he'd probably start Henderson, and that would definitely once again show that he is probably our new number one. I think that obviously Maguire will start; he's our captain, and but I think Bailly will start at the back, not so much Lindelof. And I do want Bailly to start simply because he'd add a bit of aggression up front. On the right back, it will obviously Wan Bissaka, and on the left, I think that Telles would start. We will probably give Shaw a bit of a rest for our game against Tottenham on Sunday. He'd probably go for a 4-2-3-1. So I'd want Pogba and McTominay to be in the deeper positions. McTominay basically just doing all of the cleaning, and Pogba, being the playmaker from deep and also going forward when needed. I don't think Rashford is fit enough for a full 90, so Daniel James will probably come in on the left, and definitely after Greenwood scoring his goal against Brighton, he will start on the right, and Fernandes in the 10 as per normal, and then Cavani up front. I think he probably will have a better game, and I think we will have a decent team tonight, to ensure that we can definitely go out there and get a positive result moving forward for our second leg, which will be next week at home.
So that is it from me and the Stretford End. I trust that you guys enjoyed today's show and that you guys are definitely enthused that we are back and we are definitely going to hit the ground running now again. And thank you guys for supporting the channel and always, giving your love. And definitely ensure that you leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell for notifications on when the next videos might drop. Thank you guys for joining me and enjoy the game tomorrow night. And also enjoy the rest of your week. That is it from me and the Stretford End. Goodbye.